Hey everybody, it's Dirk. It is Speedy Tuesday. What is on your wrist? Speedmaster Tuesday. It is me, Dirk, live on the iBashers Network, Dirk Weekdays. Hope you're all well today. I want to thank everybody for all your well wishes for Julie. We got some pretty bad news tonight. I might pop after the show over there. I didn't go today. I've been there just about every other day. Tomorrow might be not a good day for any of us. So thanks, and keep Julie in your prayers if you can, because we love her. She's an amazing person. And it's in his hands now. That's all I can say is, they did everything they could possibly do. And that's basically what they told us. And I'm not going to get into the whole thing, but I want to thank everybody at that particular hospital for being so wonderful. And they don't even know her. What an amazing impact this woman has had on all of our lives. And all my love to you and your families, because give them a big hug. Let them know how much they mean to you. Lucky for us, last week we had plenty of time to tell her how much she meant to us. I got to fix her iPad when nobody else could. At least I got to do that. She got her iPad. The lightning cable broke on it. And, she's like this amazingly high. She has this crazy job running the universe, and like she does everything on her iPad. And her big joke was, "I don't know how to fix that. I have staff." That's her quote. I have staff, of which I am proudly one of them. In her layperson's world. So she had to go get a new iPad, and her and my father-in-law, David, went to the Apple store, and they got the iPad, and they couldn't switch over her old iPad to her new iPad. The account, they couldn't figure it out. They had to talk to AT&T for the cellular because everything's eSIM now and all this crap. I'm like, give it to me. I want to fix it. They were like, no, then nobody can fix it. It's up to AT&T, blah, 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 blah. So I don't know. Me, I'm tenacious. Went in there, and I had to get somebody from AT&T on the phone, and I explained to them what an eSIM was because they didn't really know what it was. So we got it working, and then she was back up and running and doing her stuff. And I'm grateful for that moment. And I pray to God that it's not my last great, amazing experience and sharing that I had with this incredible woman that I've known for so long. 35 years. Amazing. Couldn't ask for a better person. So, apologies. Daniel Gutierrez is first in the room. Hey, man. You've gotten very good at being number one, haven't you? Amazing. Bashers. Yeah, I'll be cool. I'm just going to, I'm trying to, we just found out, so I'm just a little, I'm still hopeful. I'm a very hopeful person. I'm on my way back home, gonna fly. It's a great Partridge Family song. If you don't know, what is the name of that song? I'm on my way back home, gonna fly. Da-da-da. Oh, it's a great song. If you don't know the Partridge Family, if you want to hear some of the most glistening, amazing harmonies, the best songwriters, and the Wrecking Crew, the band on, people don't realize that those Partridge Family records, they think bubblegum and all this crap. It's some of the most amazing pop music ever made by some of the greatest craftsmen ever. Tony Romeo, Neil Diamond, the Wrecking Crew. That's Carol Kay and Tommy Tedesco and Al Blaine. Amazing playing on those records. They're 3.5-minute songs that are just delicious. I hope you enjoy them. Check out the Partridge Family. Get their greatest hits. Forget about that I Think I Love You song. It's fun, but we're all sick of it. There's so many. I'll Meet You Halfway. I Can Feel Your Heartbeat. I woke up in love this morning. My favorite bridge ever recorded. So I woke up in love this morning. The bridges. Do dreams come true? Well, if they do, I have you. It's so amazing. Check those out. I think you'll like it a lot. They deserve a resurgence. Unfortunately, David Cassidy is no longer with us. But Dave Fahrenheit 451 upvoted. Hey, buddy boy. Great to see you in the room. Steve Zaliski. Good evening, everyone. Have a great show. All candlelit in my village church this evening for you and yours, Dirk. All the candles all the time, man. That's what we need. I just don't know what else to say at this point in the game. I'm just so perplexed, and I've said this before, and I don't want to belabor this whole thing because everybody goes through this kind of stuff, and I just feel like, I don't know, the universe is really mad at me and my family, and they have been for a while. Just seems like we're just getting hit and hit and hit and hit, and I just don't know why. What do we do in a previous life? But the one thing I want to say is that there are evil people walking around this earth with nothing to care about, and then some of the greatest people. I don't understand that. There has to be some kind of math that makes sense. It doesn't. Maybe the greatest people need to go elsewhere to do their great work. I don't know, because there's so many evil scumbags in this world that gets to go do and fuck them, you know. Ray, wearing my working class moonwatch. I know you love your Bulova, your Cunor pilot. Gonna be lighting my first outdoor fire pit. Oh, it's time, right? It's time in Ireland. Melly C, happy Speedy Tuesday, Dirk and all. I really liked today's thumbnail. I thought it was so cute, and didn't take that. I mean, I had to superimpose the floating Speedmaster in space, but I really liked it. And sometimes I fight with ChatGPT, which I subscribe to, so I can, I have unlimited amounts of, that's terrible. Do that again. And I'm very kind. I always say, could you please make me a 16:9 thumbnail for you? And I can't say YouTube, because if I do, they'll put a YouTube logo in there. You learn these things as you go along. But basically, I've got it down to a science where I can almost get exactly what I want. And if I can't get exactly what I want, I figure out what I need to say to get it to work. Dean's got some jealousy. Daniel, first, second, third. Why didn't you not just take fourth and fifth spot? Well done to you, actually. Got a tune on your own. I do. He's had so many now at this point. It's very true. I did not have to lie to Dirk about owing you a tune. You're not going to be giving away any of your tunes to Daniel at this time soon anymore, right? I think that's a great idea. I think my next iteration of Basher of the Day is going to have to be a Partridge Family song revisited, reworked. There's so many. I think I love all of them. There's very few I don't like. There's a couple of clunkers, but my favorite record from them is called Partridge Family Sound Magazine. Maybe because I got it when I was 8 or even younger. I was probably 6. And Summer Days. Oof, what a tune. That record is unbelievable pop candy. I love great pop. And I don't mean like Beyonce pop. I mean, great pop, 60s and 70s pop, like, that came from the Beatles. They kind of defined, like, I've belabored this point a million times, but without them, we'd have nothing. We wouldn't even have Beyonce, we wouldn't have anything. Because what would that music sound like now? I mean, I don't know. It's just amazing how many bands have tried to be the Beatles and failed. Then there's bands like Cheap Trick who have a little bit of Beatles in them, but they also have a little bit of punk in them. And then there's Oasis. I know some of you guys are fans of Oasis. People used to compare them to the Beatles, and I never understood that. I think Oasis kind of just sound like Oasis. I never really heard the Beatle thing. I've heard Robbie trying to sound like the Beatles because he has Guy Chambers, and they go and do quartets, and they do, all kinds of string arrangements. But like, I always thought, people say, oh, the Oasis and the new Beatles. I'm like, I think they just sound like themselves. I never saw the Beatle connection. I never saw it. Never saw it. He's like, on board to have to shut down. We'll watch the rerun. Oh, boo. You did all that and you had to miss the show. Andrew Welkowicz, Canadian, $5. Have a great show, everyone. Upfoot and subscribe. Be the reason for someone to smile today. Always be the reason for somebody to smile today. It doesn't take much. It doesn't take much. And I was thinking about going. There's one reason why I might not go out to Long Island, and that's because there's a particular family member that we don't speak to and have not spoken to in a while, and they were reached out to, and I don't understand why. And because she was not a very big fan of this person, because this person was not kind to her. And I just hope that I just don't want to be in a position to have to pretend to be nice to someone. I don't want that. There's only like 3 people in the world who I want nothing to do with, and this person is absolutely one of them. So you know what? Shoot me. Fight me over it. Andrew, for you. Thank you, baby. Francofiore, grazie mille, signore. Thank you so much. Please upvote. Upvoting helps. It really helps the channel out. The big guy's in town. I guess a lot of you guys know. So I spoke to him today. He had something shipped to my house. I don't know what it's for. I didn't look at it because it's in a package. And we will be at some point doing some stuff together. I hope you enjoy it. We'll probably do a live stream. Maybe we'll do a walkabout together and go, I don't know. Go. Maybe I'll take Oshin on a tour of everything that sucks in New York now. Remember this? Look at it now. Remember that? I was thinking, you know what would be cool? I don't know how cool this would be for half of you, but I was thinking, why don't we do a walkabout where we go hit all the big music venues, Madison Square Garden, the Beacon Theater, Radio City Music Hall, all the little clubs where I never really played in Manhattan. They did a lot. We could go down to Bleecker Street and show all the places where Mr. North started and how many times they played there. I think, honestly, if I had to count the times I played in Manhattan, like played, I bet I could do it on one hand. We never really did. We played Danceteria once, and it was a new version. We played this other place, I don't remember the name of it. I don't even think we played 5 times in Manhattan. Hardcore Shutterbug, if you're listening to the show, you could correct me if I'm wrong because you've been at every Hitman show there ever was. I don't think so. Just there wasn't like, it was mostly cover bands and the showcases. I mean, we did showcases at SIR. That doesn't count. I'm talking about gigs. I don't know if we ever did. Who knows? Joe LaFaro, happy Tuesday, Bashers. Hope all are well. I may have to catch most of the show in replay. Best wishes to all. Well, handsome Joe, thank you so much. I saw your beautiful Speedmaster. It's funny. He sent me a picture, and my brain is in another place today. And I was looking at this watch, and I was like, okay, it looks like a sapphire sandwich, but it had a flat link bracelet on it. And I was like, wait a minute. Is that the white? No, it can't. Oh, it's got dot over 90. Wait, it's got a sapphire crystal. But it's got the Omega printing. It doesn't have the applied logo, and it's got the modern typography. So I wrote him back, and I was just like, have I lost my Speedy powers? Because, you know, like I have some pretty mighty Speedy powers. And I was like, is that like a sapphire sandwich and you got like an aftermarket, like Uncle Seiko or Fortuner flat link bracelet? And he was like, yes, I did. It's like, yes, at least I still have that. But Joe, I hope you're having a great time wherever you are because you're beautiful. Mart, good evening, Dirk and all the best. We're very excited to hear your when your move date is. You got to tell us when you're moving house and all that stuff. Is there anything we can do to make life? And we'll put together a little iBashers merch basket. So we'll get you something for a housewarming. Maybe we'll make Bronson something. Wouldn't that be nice? Because you deserve it. Because you've been so great to us, and I can't thank you enough for that. Gabri says, interesting pause on the Katzmanot. Ooh, that's good. They're Katzmanots. I never thought of that. You are a genius. Usually that's my job. Holy crap, Katzmanot. That's the best thing I ever heard, Gabri. Amazing. Oh, you were counting down. I was very on time today. Basher's unit, Carolyn Martin, the incredible Carolyn Martin. Carolyn Martin just did me a big solid. She does me a big solid all the time because she's Carolyn Martin, the girl with the wrench. She's the girl with the spanner. She's the girl with the hammer. She's the girl with everything. She's the girl. She's the hostess with the mostest, the girl most likely to all those things. Carolyn, thank you for that. Thank you for what you did. It was very nice of you because you're a nice person. Dave Fitzsimons, whoop, whoop. Much love to all the Basharisti. Much love to you, Dave Fitzsimons. You are a killer. You're a killer. Fitzsimons. Mike Callan, hope the Bashers are doing okie dokie. It's great to see you in the room, Mike Callan. Dean says Dirk was in the AD. And Hamilton have brought out a new watch, the Ventura Edge, from the film Dune Part 2. I haven't seen any of the new Dunes. Very cool watch, but it's a smart watch. Ooh, well, you know, I like the X33, I think. I don't know if I'd ever want one, but I don't mind it. Is that what you were thinking about? You know what I watched today while I was waiting for a phone call? I watched Adrian Barker's new video where he did the Nico Leonard thing, and he kind of said, me and my bud Nico Leonard. I was like, are you guys friends? Ew. Why? But he did the same kind of thing, and I agreed with almost every single way he put the watches in order. I agreed with a lot of stuff. I thought he was very, he's very sensible when it comes to, that's a real list as opposed to the ridiculous list. Except he put all Hublot in at I would buy. because his top tier list was I would buy, and he likes Hublot. The only reason why I don't like Hublot is because I saw what their founder, I saw what his mission statement was, and he was like, I want to copy AP and make them really gaudy for hip hop artists. He literally said that. So that just turned me off. But, not my thing. I would never get one. My thoughts are with you all. Thank you, Steve Mack. You're the killer, man. We love you. Mike Callen with a $20 super sticker. Thank you, buddy. Oh, boy. That's very beautiful. You're very sweet. That's a huge super chat. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Kevin Hawthorne, everybody talking about a guy who pays it forward every single day from Lakeland, Florida. This is the guy that every single day puts his knowledge and know-how to help out other people in this world and make them feel safe and secure to where they're going. We applaud you, Kevin Hawthorne. Thank you so very much. Andy M. Greetings, kind sir. Hoping things are on the up. Well, they're not, but I still have faith, man. You got to have faith, the faith. I refuse to accept this inevitability that we were shown today. I refuse to accept it. I refuse. I refuse. I have the right to refuse, and I refuse. I refuse it completely. Gabari with AED $15. Wow, thank you so much. AED, thank you so much. I don't know what that is, but you're a man and a beautiful person. Thank you. Give you some. Well, it's 15. That's nice. I consider that a huge super chat. Oh, Jesus Christ. And then you went to 250 AED. Wow. Thank you very much. Gabri, you're stupendous Katzmanats. Thank you. You're a wonderful person. Hands, knees, and toss. Look at you back under that moniker. I know the other one now because you told me. But it's so great to see that name again, Hands, Knees, and Toss. Now, I'm assuming that's not your real name. I know it isn't. But I love, where did it come from? Is that from a movie or it's Knees and Toss? Where does it come from? I don't know. Look at you. Look at the rocking that rolly, man. That's sick. Oof. I hope you visit an Irish pub. Well, there'll be a lot less drinking on my on my part. I can't keep up with him. We've drunk a lot together in the past with wines and things, but like he hits the hard stuff, man, which I don't do. And he'll be the first to tell you that Dirk can't keep up. No way. But I'll be happy to hold the camera. I don't know where we'll go and what we'll do, and I certainly don't know what the rest of my week is going to look like. So things could change in the things could change either way. That's the way I look at it. That's the way I should do it. You should do a double live. Who needs a drink? I'll let him do Who Needs a Drink. He's in New York. Yeah, I think the best part would be for us to do a Why New York Sucks Now, and let me show it to you. I'll fight you, and I'll take him to all the places that I think, because he's already said to me he went to a diner. Which is always great in New York. And, he was trying to explain to me how Europeans don't understand the concept of a diner. And while I understood it, then he clarified and it made so much more sense to me. They think of them as a novelty. Like you go there and it's the 1950s and people have, souped up cars, like a 57 Chevys and girls in poodle skirts. But that's what people think. And I didn't realize that because of American graffiti and all the depictions of diners. But the diner, while it is dying because it was invented by Greek immigrants who came to America and started restaurant businesses, family restaurants, that their kids all went on to become doctors, lawyers, and Indian chiefs. So because they, provided great lives for their kids from working super duper crazy hard. And they are slowly dying, the diner. The diner is a staple in American culture. It is not kitschy in any way. And those poodle skirt and souped up Chevys, those are just like for tourists in big cities, because all over America and more so in New York. And there's still, if you go to Long Island, there's still a lot of diners. It's just a place to go eat 24 hours a day and everything's on the menu. They hand you a giant menu and think of anything. Just think of absolutely anything and they'll make it for you. You want a steak? You got a steak. You want spaghetti? Don't get spaghetti though. Don't get Italian food in a diner. It's just bleh, it's terrible. But Greek specialties, souvlaki, you want a kebab. They have all that stuff, and breakfast all day, which is probably the biggest draw. Is breakfast all day. You can go there. It's a famous place where all bands go after a gig. Yeah, go there for coffee and eggs and toast and waffles and stuff, and then you go to bed. It's amazing. Eric B's here, handsy boy. I just heard a Peter Murphy Boy George song. I don't know why that reminded me of that, but did you know that they just did a duet together? It's a very somber, kind of U2-ish sounding song, but I kind of love how time has ravaged Boy George's voice. Well, I wouldn't wish that on anybody. His voice sounds so good. And Peter Murphy, I mean, that voice is crazy. Andrew says, sometimes as painful as it sounds, walking away and not getting involved is the path to personal peace. Well, I'm the type of person, as you all well know, that I do that. I'm the United Nations, except when it comes to bad people, whom I know, who have absolutely 100% created some devastating things for other people, done things to people that are just cruel and intentional and all that stuff. So I would have a very, very, very hard time being in their presence and not calling them a piece of shit. I actually wouldn't even say that. I would say something far worse. Eric B, it's great to see you as well. Always great to see you, and I love that. It just looks like, I know that's water, but it looks like Neptune to me, which is beautiful. Did they play the bitter end? Oh yes. Did they play the bitter? Yes, they did. Yeah, I played on Bleecker Street once. There was this place across the street on Bleecker Street, is this famous street where all the musicians play since the 60s. The beatnik houses, all that's the beat movement, all that stuff. People would do poetry, Jack Kerouac and Jack Cassidy, not Jack Cassidy. Is it Jack Cassidy? No, not Jack Cassidy. What's his name? What is his name? Jack Kerouac, and God, I can't remember his first name, but you know who I mean. Those guys would recite poetry. You go see Dylan, all those people. But then later on, it just became a showcase for bands to play. And I think you like, I am almost 100% convinced that Stephanie Germanotta band opened up for Mr. North at the bitter end. I'm almost positive, because I remember this girl going on before they went on, like hours before. And there was this girl who played piano, had really long hair. And I said, she played Led Zeppelin. And I've seen videos of her doing that. So I'm like, wait a minute. We saw this girl. She was on the same bill as them. Very cool. That's a hell of a tash from, oh yeah. yeah. I think I'm growing. I just didn't shave the last 2 days. And I think I'm just going to grow a full beard for the winter time, because it's just this thing you have to keep, buzzing it and trimming it, and, and then it gets really bushy, and then you look like you're in the Village People. Eric B, how can you tell when it's a drummer knocking at your door? The knocking speeds up. That's mean. But it's true. There's so many, I don't know. I've never clocked John Bonham live or, Ringo. But I think that those guys were immaculate timekeepers. I think those two. I know Keith Moon sped up. I don't think Neil Peart was a speed artist. People used to make fun, as big a Kiss fan as I am. Used to make fun of Peter Criss, and then everybody loved his replacement drummer, Eric Carr, whom I loved as well. Met him a couple times. Fabulous guy, great drummer. Unfortunately, he played everything way too fast. And they're a rock and roll band. They're not a metal band. They're a rock and roll band. It's got a groove. And Peter Criss is a jazzy drummer. So, while he might not have been Gene Krupa or Buddy Rich, he had vibe. He had a lot of vibe, which was great. And I always thought Eric Carr was a speed up artist, and people like, oh my God, he was great, because he's no longer with us. But here's my sister. Happy Speedy Tuesday, everybody. Hey, great. Hey, Carrie, how are you? Hands, knees, and toss. I make the names up. Oh, you made that up? That's pretty damn good. That's pretty damn good. Pretty good. Hiteshi, hey baby, thoughts and prayers. That's all we have left right now. Some kind of miracle, which I believe in. I do. I believe in them. I will believe in them until I do not believe in them anymore, which I'm very close to, because this situation is not something I understand. He's got a lot of jokes today. Thank you, Hitesh. Eric B, what do you call someone who hangs about with musicians? A drummer. One of my favorite ones was how many bass players does it take to screw in a light bulb? Who cares? That was one of the fun. And the other great joke is how many drummers does it take to screw in a light bulb? And the answer is one to screw in the light bulb. No, it says 7. 1 to screw in the light bulb and 6 to talk about how great Neil Peart is. Are you a drummer, Eric B? Did we discuss this? Are you a drummer, and who are your favorite drummers? I like to talk about drummers and things like that. I really do. I really, really do. And talking about music cheers you up. It really does. Really does. Hans wants to know how many drummers are in the house. Andrew says, I used to love the Woolworths lunch counter. Oh, did you have those in the great country of Canada? We had one right on 42nd Street. As you're going down 42nd, you make a right on 3rd Avenue. And I used to walk through it because they had the best air conditioning in the world in the summer. When I first started at that job in the 90s, the Woolworths was still there, and they had the serpentine counter. It was like zoom, zoom. It was amazing. And I used to walk through the Woolworths because it was so freezing cold in there. James M. Hey, James, $9.99. Hoping for better news and watching as I walk down 5th Avenue. I know where you're going because we talked earlier via email, and I wished I could have joined you because you're an amazing person. And here we are. I hope we're not at a crossroads I want to be at, but it looks that way. James, thank you. And have a wonderful cocktail at that place you're going to. Let's give you Super Chat Guy. Here's Neil Wharton. He says, hey, Dirk, I mentioned that I got a call for the first Omega in space. Well, I went along and I got it, of course. Just sent you pictures to your Gmail account. Oh, boy. Oh, you opened it. I thought we were going to do an unboxing. We need to do, well, it's too late now, but still. Amazing. Oh, my God. I can't wait to show them. We'll do them soon. We have some nice additions for tonight's Gallery of Bastards. Yeah. Hans Neeson does drum roll, please. That's what that means, right? We're showing our age, talking about Woolworths, right? Kids are like, what's Woolworths? That's hilarious. Andrew says that there is something to be said. Again, there's something to be said about knocking someone on their ass that really deserves it. There sure is. And, sometimes words are harder than a fist. And my sister says that Quinn Kennedy played at the bitter end. I don't think I was at that show. Was I at that show? I saw him in Manhattan. That's my nephew, who's very crazy talented. He plays like every instrument. He went to college for guitar, but I have to admit he's mostly self-taught because I don't think he paid attention in school because he's just was always like above past the curriculum. So, and that's why a lot of people don't excel in school when they're gifted. When people are exceptionally gifted, you have to throw really difficult things in them. And I just don't think that they did that. He actually went to Barcelona. He went to Berkeley, and they opened up a school in Barcelona, and he went there. Pretty cool. Here's Chris P, and he's got great records on iTunes. His name is Quinn Kennedy. Check him out. Chris P, would love to see pictures of your. Yeah, we're gonna see them. He's got him. Hands, knees, and toes. Jack Kerouac. I know Jack Kerouac, but Neil Cassidy. See, took me a minute to get it. Jack Kerouac and Neil Cassidy. That was like his partner in crime, and apparently they might have been secret lovers. Who knows? I don't know. Free love. It was in the 60s. Nobody cared. Who cares? I haven't said that in a really long time, have I? Right? Who cares? Carolyn? Who cares? It's funny stuff. Where am I? Oh my God, Carolyn Martin with the gigantic. You're too much, woman. $50. I stand in faith with Dirk. I've seen doctors wrong often. I have too, and I believe in it. And I believe in the world is a better place with Julie in it. It's just a much better place with her in it. And there's so many things that she does that we can't do. We just can't do. I can't do it. It's just not possible. Just not possible. And for that, that's a mega. Let's go with mega. Let's go to LA Under Fire. Mwah, Carolyn Martin. Ginger Baker, yeah. Everybody loves him. Did you ever see that documentary on Ginger Baker? He was a wild man indeed, and a very if he didn't like you, not good. Played jazz like I love Jack Bruce as a bass player. What a great singer too. And you know what? Clapton was a great singer back in the day too. You know, really true. Really true. Oh, you play lead guitar. Okay, very cool. Did we talk about that? Forgive me. You know, my brain's elsewhere. What is your favorite instrument that you own? Can we talk about that? Have we talked about that? Let's talk about it. Let's alienate everybody. Dirk is now off Eric's Christmas card list. Why am I off his? Why? Because of bass player jokes? Oh, come on. Hearts and prayers from my sister. Thank you. How can you tell when there's a lead vocalist outside your door? He can't find the key and doesn't know when to come in. That's great. Oh my God. You know what's really crazy is I used to have perfect pitch, and it's a thing. It's really a thing. And I used to have it. I definitely don't have it anymore. I lost it. I have relative pitch now. It's pretty good. But I used to say, car horns and all that shit. I know what everything is. And but Dirk's not the most rhythmic person in the whole wide world. And you got to know your strengths. How many times have I said that on the show? Know what you're good at, know what you're not good at, and whatever. But we had this song once called Ready for the World, and it started off with a drum beat, and then the vocal came in. And oftentimes, it took me like a hot minute to realize, whatever you do, start it in the right key. And luckily for me, Jimmy would always go, because, you do that. Thank God there were no backing tapes, because boy, I've seen plenty of that happen. I saw Frankie Valli on TV last night. Who's that comedian? He's really funny. Tom Segura, him and his wife have a very funny podcast, and they were talking about people lip syncing, and apparently Frankie Valli, who's in his 90s, is doing it, and it's like he doesn't know how to do it because he's been singing for real his whole life, and it's embarrassing because it's like, Greece is the Lord, it's got healing. He just doesn't know how to do it. He's not like Mariah Carey, who is a professional lip syncer. Britney Spears, professional. Janet Jackson, professional lip syncers. Paul Stanley is now a professional lip syncer. I sing some of the songs live, not all of them. He doesn't sing any of the songs live at all anymore. It's all on tape. Gene still sings live. And he still sounds exactly the same. Paul had a harder job, though. I got to give him that. That's Robert Plant range. And Robert Plant lost his voice a long, long time ago. He did not have a very good shelf life. I don't ever think that guy could do all that stuff that he did on records. I never heard him do it live. Not that I saw them live, but the videos I've seen, he was always like, Ian Gillan had it for up until the 90s, just happens. And a bloody good guitarist too is our friend Eric Beavis, amazing guitarist. Okay, well, let's talk about it. Me. I can alienate the whole wide world by talking about Les Pauls, as Dana would say. You want to kill a conversation? Start talking about Les Pauls, because that's what Emmett and I like to do. Yeah, Eric Bell is killing it tonight. He is. You're a funny one. You still got great relative pitch. No, I do. My pitch is generally pretty good. And listen, I don't tune myself when I record things. As a rule, I'll just sing it again. But I have gone on to see how far off I am, and it's pretty good. It's not like, like sometimes I nail it and sometimes like things are a little odd, but I like that about I used to say as a joke, Mary J. Blige couldn't find the key if it was in her door. That was my joke, because she's like, another lesson learned, or you will get burned, guaranteed to blow your mind. She's always just under the pitch. And I've reversed my whole opinion on it now with the advent of pitch correction, because now I would rather hear her do that than it just be, there's this sound that you can instantly hear if you know what it is. It's kind of like a Clash where you can hear the computer fix it. I can hear it, and I can hear it on any recording. I heard it on that Billy Joel song, and I went, oh no. Billy Joel, because I liked that song when it first came out. Then I found out that he didn't write it, and that guy wrote it, and that guy was looking to jump on the Billy bandwagon. Then the song didn't do very well. But then I heard the pitch correction on it. I was like, oh man, that guy gigs all the time and he sounds great. There's no reason to put pitch correction on Billy Joel. Don't do it. We've got all these great singers. Leave it to the kids. If that's their sound, I'm fine. That's their sound. That's their sound. I've never heard it on a Billie Eilish record. I don't think she tunes her vocals, or I don't think Phineas tunes her vocals. I don't think so. If that's tuned, it's the best melodyning I've ever heard. If it is, I don't think so, because I've heard her do it live and it sounds exactly like that. And auto-tune doesn't do that. You can use that Antari stuff live, but it creates a bit of havoc. And sometimes she's just singing over a sparse piano arrangement. You would hear it, like when she did the tune for No Time to Die, which I really liked. I think all the Bond songs are starting to sound, after the Adele thing, they all kind of sound like that now. It's time to go call up Shirley Bassey and get her to do the new one. Or Tom Jones. Bring them back. Bring them back. Jocelyn Bittenbender, hi, beautiful. I just tuned in just as he did Paul Stanley's voice. So, Jocelyn, so we're going on brand new. We've decided even though we've retired, it's time to do a new tour with avatars. It's going to be the greatest Kiss show you've ever seen. We're going to be 26 again, and no one's going to ever deny our rock and roll greatness. That's right, Gene. Listen, Kiss are a lot of fun to make fun of because, that's just who they are, and it is what it is, and whatever. So, Eric B., you going to send me some pictures of your guitars? Or did you do that already? No, you might have. Every time I get into the whole guitar thing, like I've said, I got a lot of guitars, and I would not consider myself a guitar player. I'm a writer, and I can play a little bit, but I love guitars, and I love to collect them, and I want more. I've always wanted a Ibanez Iceman. I want a Flying V. I don't have one. I have a really old Jackson Randy Rhodes. That's pretty cool. And it never goes out of tune. What did the grape say after getting stepped on by the elephant? Nothing. He just gave out a little whine. You guys were like in the Borscht Belt. I feel like we're at Grossinger's, and it's time for a little. Let's have Morty Shekel is up next with the greatest in comedy. Had this amazing thing in New York, in the mountains in New York. It was called the Jewish Vegas. It was like where it was called the Borscht Belt. And it was where like all the famous Jewish comedians, of which they're mostly, would do their break in their acts before they went on the road, before they went to Vegas or Reno or wherever. It was called the Borscht Belt. And there were all these kind of like summertime resorts. And you put your kids in camp and you go up there. And my father-in-law was a bellhop. And he's got unbelievable stories about the crazy shenanigans that went on in these places. But you go see like Milton Berle and Shecky Green and all the famous comedians of yesteryear. Now, I guess everybody just plays Atlantic City. I don't know where they play anymore. Comedy Store, I guess, if you're in Los Angeles. But all that stuff, it's funny. Al Pacino interviewing Paul Stanley from Kiss. Oisin and Dirk, perfect impression. Al Pacino. I can't do Al Pacino. I don't think I can, especially after just listening to his book, because his voice is so gravelly now. I've just started in on Tom Selleck's book because I reread both of Kate Mulgrew's books, a woman I absolutely adore and worship. But Tom Selleck, on Audible, I was on the wait list for it, and it was released last night. So I started listening to that. Can I talk about this? This is going to be a difficult conversation to have. As people get older, Paul Stanley, and now Tom Selleck, Al Pacino, several of these people who are now older are obviously wearing dentures. How do you know? Because they start lisping. They start doing this. So Paul Stanley talks like this now. It's like we started out in 1977, and it starts happening. Tom Selleck, who has that, kind of high-pitched but gravelly voice. Somehow he's so incredibly masculine. His voice is a little high, but it's just scratchy enough to be masculine. Now he's lisping, and Al Pacino did too. It's definitely older person's dental work. And isn't there a way for them to fix that? Isn't there a denture or some kind of dental thing that they can get that doesn't do that? Because I don't want to wind up sounding like this, because, eventually we all have to get our teeth replaced at some point. right? I think so. Eric B says, I used to love Linkin Park, but in the end, it doesn't really matter. Linkin Park were cool. And listen, that whole 90s thing kind of just went over my head and out the door. I can't even think of the only records I liked in the 90s were Jellyfish, and that's it, and Mr. North. But that was in the 90s. It was 2000s. Of the 90s, for me, that whole Britpop thing, other than Pulp, which I love, Jarvis Cocker, I didn't like any of it. I loved Robbie. I know you throw tomatoes at me if you want, or tomatoes, your particular thing. If you want, it's fine. But I think those are great records. Like I feel like the way the Partridge Family, they're incredibly well-crafted pop records with amazing players and production that's just second to none, you know? Andy M says, place like in Dirty Dancing. Exactly that place. Exactly that place. Nobody puts baby in the corner. It is that place. And there was a movie with Liev Schreiber and Diane Lane, something about the moon. And that was a really good depiction of what that was, that whole thing was about. I forget what it was called. Something about the moon. Yeah, dental implants. Yeah, it's probably dental implants. So now you got Paul Stanley. Sorry to have taken so long. It must have been a bit clouds. Go on. Start singing like this. And Gene still sounds exactly like Gene Simmons. Oasis soup. You get a roll with it. You go to there used to be a place called the Kiev. Now it's, of course, Kiev. Everybody said Kiev before the war broke out. Or as the Russians would say, the special operation. And now the United States has authorized Zelensky to use our most crazy weapons against Russia. That's a great idea. Okay, we're in trouble now. Depeche Mode's 7th studio album, Violator. That's the only Depeche Mode album I own, because they were not my cup of tea. They were new wavy. And listen, if I go back to that stuff now, I'll find out that I liked it. I always liked Dave Gahan. I always did. And I just think that Martin Gore look at how many bands he started. It was just ridiculous. That guy was amazing. And then what's his face? Actually, I have the name wrong. The guy from Erasure started Depeche Mode, started Yazoo, or Yaz if you're in America, and then Erasure or Erasure if you're European. What's his name? Andy Bell's the singer, and you guys know who it is. Vince Clarke. Thank you so much. Vince Clarke started Depeche Mode. He did. I love Andy Bell. And if I should falter, a little something to make love sweeter, oh, baby, refrain from breaking my heart. I'm so in love with you. I love that Sarah Vaughan shit he does. I love Andy Bell. I love that song, I Love to Hate You. I love everything that those guys did. I just think he's a spectacular. I love their ABBA record. It was fantastic. Anyway, it's time for everybody's favorite part of the show. It is, ladies and gentlemen, the Gallery of Bastards.
The Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots, the sublime, the absurd. The Gallery of Bastards. You share them with me, and I share with the world.
I'm going to go, I usually go first to last, but I'm going to switch it around today and start off with our boy here. Oh, brother. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Look at that cantilever. My goodness gracious. Look at those straight lugs. It does look a little bit deeper than the average bear, but man, oh, Shevitz. Did you not send them all in one go? Okay, hold on. One moment, please. Oh, here they are. Here's a bunch. Oh, look, here we go. We get the unboxing. We get it. You deserve it. You deserve it. With the anticipation. Mega, stop it with the red book. Okay, enough with the general manual. Wah, 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 wah. It's time for them to go. Get rid of that. The legendary Moonwatch. Oh, boy. First Omega in space, October 3rd, 1962. Oh, boy. Yeah, man. Good. Congratulations, man. This is officially my Grail watch. It has usurped the 60th anniversary, aka the new CK2915, and it is now this watch. I think it's beautiful. I will get it eventually. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I think that'll be just my daily driver. I want to wear it every day because it's beautiful. I'm so happy for you because it's perfect for me. The only thing that somebody said, and I forget who said it, was it Dean? Somebody said that I think it was Dean, that the second hand was too white. And I was like, you might be right, but I don't care. Because I like the Fotina. I like it. I always liked it. I think it's cool. I like old looking watches. I think they're sexy. Oh yeah, it's beautiful, 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 beautiful. Yeah, she's a beautiful beast. I got to wear that for a couple hours, and I loved every second of. Oh man, look at that. Oh, it's perfect on you. Absolutely perfect. Of course, it had to be 20-7. I love the alpha hands. I love no crown guards. Of course, I love the flat link bracelet. I don't care about dot over 90. I never did. I think who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Dot over 90. But that dial, it's like it looks black here. In person, it's dark blue slate. I'm using it as my daily driver instead of the Seamaster. Fits my skinny wrists great. Well, 39.7, right? Your wrist doesn't look but man, it looks perfect on you, Neil. I mean, absolutely perfect. You couldn't ask for a better fit. And let's talk about sapphire. Is it the greatest thing you ever saw in your life? Is that the greatest crystal you've ever seen in your life? It's Hesalite, but it's sapphire. And it's better because it's now a Hesalite that really reflects. Yeah, it distorts. It does all the stuff you want Hesalite to do. As I said in my first Omega Space video, does all those things that you want, but times 10, just times 10. Everybody should try one of these on. Dean did, and he didn't like it. That's okay. He likes his white Speedy. That's okay. That's what makes the world go around. For me, though, this is it. This is it. I want that. I love it. I love it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, look, I just said it, and he just said it. It's a nice Omega, but I'll get the white one to match the black one. Double bubble. He likes the double bubbles. Yeah. Yeah. Listen, man, the best watch is the one you want. Always remember that. It's like no matter what anybody says, they say, "Oh, I don't really like that. I like Bell and Ross, so I don't really like that." I mean, look at Fergal and his extensive collection of Chris Ward. He won me over. I wanted Chris Ward. I was like, Chris Ward, big deal. But I've been educated. He educated me. And I love that about this show. That looks great on you, man. Congratulations. The sapphire is superb without the worry of scratches. I've got Polywatch right on my desk because I used it this morning. I did. I use it. So I have a friend of mine a new friend of mine who I mentioned on the show, Joey, is going to be getting a Yachtmaster with a blue dial soon. And I'll ask him if he wants to do a little video, or maybe he'll want to come on the show. Maybe he'll want to show off his new thing. And I can't wait to do that. But thank you so much for these shots, man. These are fantastic. Congratulations. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. When I put that piece of seed cake back from his mouth. That is beautiful. I love that. Just right on the Omega symbol. Look at that. Great. It's one of my favorite clasps, too. Look at that. That is fantastic. Beautiful. Congratulations, buddy. You deserve it. What a great pictorial that was. Thank you. Call to Central Casting. Oh, look at you. Thanks, buddy. Look at this. Oh, man. Atop the orange tails. Look at you, you beautiful baby. You having a good sleep? I was down at Rose's before, and one of our neighbors, she doesn't have a cat, and she's got a cat. She takes care of the Cumster. It's a street cat. The cat comes and goes, and but I think it lives around the block. I don't know where, but somebody said it got into a big fight, and I finally saw it today, and it was fine. So I was happy to see it. You're beautiful, baby. Great shot. I love the juxtaposition of it's very Halloween, isn't it? Thank you, Mr. Bell. Ray, first fire pit. Here we go. Oh, is it a video? Can I show this? I can, I think. How come sometimes you send me videos that I have to download, and sometimes they're videos that just work? Oh, is this not a video? I thought it was a video. With his Bolivar. Yeah. Looks great, buddy. Fantastic. Thanks, Ray. Thank you, kind sir. Ring, ring. Steve McLeod, Holy Mac, my wee girl, Holly McLeod. Oh, look at this cutie pie. Carrie, get out the tissues. Look at Holly. Oh, boy. Oh, my God, you're adorable. That's a great looking bag. Can I say that? It's great looking. Who makes that? Very cool bag. Oh, you're beautiful, Holly. We love you. Fantastic. Mr. McLeod, thank you so very much. M&M Winter Madness from the incomparable Mork and Mindy. We get Mork up first. Look at you, beautiful boy. Oh, look at you. He looks so whimsical, doesn't he? I love him. Oh, he's so cute. Let me go hide. Everybody's got these kind of orangey blankets. Oh, where are you going? Oh, she's like, I'm going to sit on my tuffet. Look at you, you beautiful lady. Devil. Oh, you're so cute. He looks so whimsical today, Mel. So whimsical. Look at them. They're adorable kids. Love that. I love when they hide their head like that. That's when they know that like nothing's going to come and nothing's going to harm you. No, sir. Not while I'm around. Mr. LaFaro, handsome Joe LaFaro, rocking his Speedy on this Speedy of Tuesdays. Always beautifully appointed, beautiful shirt and jacket combo. And this is the watch. I looked at it and I meant, oh, that. Wait a minute. What is that? I was like, is that a sapphire? What? Oh, twisted lugs, printed logo, sapphire flat link bracelet. And I just sat there and went, it's not Ed White. It's, well, and then I just had to write him and say, if I lost all of my Speedy powers. Now he went and he got a aftermarket bracelet because he likes flat link too, because I love them. I love them. It looks great on you. Of course it does. This is a fresh picture. This is a brand new shot, sir. Looks fall and autumny. Looks very autumny there. Ken, here is Ken. Oh man, wait to see this Elgin tank. Whew. Ken with his beautiful curated collection of gorgeousness. Look how beautiful that is with small seconds. Of course, small seconds being the only way they could make watches back in the day because they couldn't figure out exactly how to do the secondhand thing. So they made it separate. Look at that. That is a Art Deco masterpiece. I love that old Elgin logo too. Wow, that is gorgeous, man. What size is that? Look how beautiful would that look with a tuxedo, man. Oh, wow. Incredible. Incredible. Dude, I love your taste, man. You have such great taste in watches. So cool. So cool. Thank you, Ken. Andrew, the winner. Peace in our time. Who's the winner? Which one of your kids is a winner? They're all winners. They're all 30-year-old winners, except for the girl. Look at you, baby. What are you doing? Where are you going? Uh-oh, what's going on there? Almost looks like a poop pose, but it's not. I'm sure they would. Laverne did that to me twice. She pooped on my bed, but that's when I knew she wasn't feeling well. Look at you, beautiful baby. She's the young one. Oh, you guys are the cutest. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you so much. What's next in here? Someone wants sleepy time. Let's go a little bit more of you and the kids. Always great. Always great to see you on the show. Uh-oh, it's a standoff. Don't attack her, though. I know you want to do that. It's funny how they can fight like that and then just be like, I love you. Uh-oh, I gave up. Well, you know the advantage is when you're on top, so. Amazing. Thanks for the cheery uppy pictures, guys. Thank you for this. This show is very therapeutic for me. Really is, and I'm grateful. Really super grateful. And Ray, I don't think I got this the other night. I think you sent it to me after we finished the show. What just happened there? What is that? I got some very strange thing up here. Loading preview. Cancel. What is that? That was so weird. Huh. I got some like printer program just popped up. He's having a Chateauneuf du Pape from Remy Felbois. Good for you. Watching the YouTube show. What are you watching? The Tim Wright show? Looks great, buddy. So congratulations. We're all grateful. We're all super duper grateful, man. You know, we're grateful. We're grateful, truly. Number one, preservation. Oh, is this a video for me to watch? Yeah. Okay, that's it. Do I have anything new? Oh, look at this from James M. Oh, he went to Vacheron. I'm just going to say that I was going to meet up with him tonight, but obviously bad shit happened to me. So look where he went. Look where he went. He went to Vacheron Constantin. Oh, man. Yeah. Well, look what's next door. Did you go into Breitling? Lauren is in there, and she's wonderful, the manager there. I don't know if Breitling strikes your fancy. I know Vacheron. I would put Vacheron, if I had to pick the greatest watch brand in the world right now, I would say Vacheron Constantin. I would, because I think that horology, history, design, I mean, they're as expensive as all get out. But look at that. Oh, man. Vacheron, man. Oh, that's so exciting. So exciting. Wow, that's amazing, James. I did get a tour of the beautiful New York flagship. I'm so happy. I have not gotten a tour of that flagship. One of these days I'll get in there and do that. Hey, Vitali, you got this a week ago. Ooh. Oh, man, this is a brand that doesn't get nearly enough love on my show. But, man, look at it. He got an El Primero, a Zenith. Oh, wow. He got it a week ago. Congratulations. Wow. That is stunning. I would take that over a Daytona any day because, you know, I don't like Daytonas. I like Zenith for sure. I just saw a commercial for Zenith and they said Zenith. Is that for dumb Americans? It's like, isn't it Zenith or Zenith? All right. They're saying Vacheron Constantine. That's next. I met somebody once who said, you know that watch brand Rolex? I was like, no, it's Rolex. That is absolutely gorgeous, man. Holy macaroni, that's beautiful. Look at that. Oof. On a flat link bracelet, looking beautiful. Man, I love Zenith. I love it. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Moon phase, date. Wow. Look at this watch. This has got it all. It does everything but make you coffee. And it probably could. Wow, congratulations. Who doesn't love Zenith? Everybody loves Zenith, right? It's just a brand to love. It's the best shit ever. You know, it doesn't get nearly enough love, though, you know? Anyway, that's the Gallery of Bastards. Thanks, everybody.
The Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots, the sublime beings of words. The Gallery of Bashtards. You share them with me, and I share with the world.
Thank you so much for that. MJOH says, I respect the Speedy, but not in love. Well, that's what makes the world go around, you know, because, you know, you fell in love with whatever watch you want. I just happen to be a Speed. It's my favorite watch of all time. I just love them. Just love it. I love the white dial one too. But, you know, a white dial doesn't scream Speedmaster to me. It just doesn't. But I wouldn't turn it down. I like it. And I never liked the domed sapphire crystal. I never liked it. But now I think that they fixed it. And I think they should put that on every watch, including on the regular Speedmaster Professional. It's time to get rid of Heselite for good. No reason to have it anymore. We don't need plastic. Don't need it. This is everything we love. Plus. Franco says classic. Neil says the sapphire is superb. It is indeed. Great Omega. I'd be happy with any. Yeah, of course you would. And you deserve one too, baby. Hands, knees, and toes. Got that watch. Love it. My daily wear. The Yachtmaster Blue Dial is beautiful, like the seas of Greece. It is. And I can't wait for him to get it. Joey, I'm sorry. I got the money. All's forgiven. Not sure why I just thought of that. That's hilarious. A jumper cable goes into a bar. Bartender says, I'll serve you, but don't start anything. I'll never remember this joke, but somebody once told me that, let me see if I can get it right. Give me a minute. I'll have to think about it. Nice blue yacht masters one. Oh, is that one of your favorites, Dean? Okay, well, Joey's about to get one because I called in the big guns. I called in a little power, little Patty power. Said, hey. And it looks like he's going to be getting it. Eric B says, Mike, you win with that one. That's a good joke, though. Don't start anything. Jumper cable goes to the bar, says, I'll serve you, but don't start anything. It's good. Carrie wants to know who's Westy. Well, you just saw it. That's Steve McLeod. That's his Holly Mack. Let me show it to you again. That's his little girl, baby. Look at that. My sister loves Westies. She had a Westie. He was mean, and he bit me once, but she loved him. That's what makes the world go around. So cute. Andrew loved him too. Hans wants Dean to get one. You won't regret it. You won't regret it. He's got other things in the pipeline. He's got a very regimented idea of what's next in line for him. While I was watching Adrian Barker, who's generally more like watching the paint dry, but it was one of the best videos I've seen him do in a long time because, it's not the most... it's a little boring, but because it's like watching people check into first class or great hotel rooms. After a while, the format. But I really liked his content today. I thought it was really a step up. I really enjoyed it. Mork and Mindy, always perfect poses. They're great posers, indeed. Eric B says that Hansy has impeccable taste in watches. Impeccable. I believe it. True. I got to, he's got I told you, he's got a whole list. Dean's got a whole list of stuff he wants to get. Melly C says, Mork is happy just to snuggle on a fleece blanket. Yeah, listen, you put out the most expensive thing in the world and they'll just pick whatever you put down, Dean says, now that's how you do it with the Ed White. Yeah, see, you thought it was an Ed White. It's not an Ed White. It's regular Speedmaster Professional. And he just tweaked it to make it look like the Ed White. That's why I looked at it for a minute. Wait a minute. Ed White's got an applied logo and it just says Speedmaster. It doesn't say professional. It took me a second. I was like, wait a minute, did I mess up? He says, thank you. What I buy, and kissed a lot of frogs along the way. Who hasn't? Taste and class as opposed to myself. Nah. Hey, look at Julian's here. I made it against all odds. Power to Julie. 4 legs, 2 legs. More power to you. And we need you in the world because you're amazing. Hanson needs to send Dirk the wee man with the Zin. Did you send me the Zin? Oh, there's more stuff. Okay, hold on. I'm doing the show, so I'm not gonna end without it. Great pick. He's seen it. Let me see if there's anything for that. Oh, there's a lot of comments. Hey Dirk, that bag with Holly, it's a Belstaff. Oh, that's why it's good. I love their stuff. I absolutely love their stuff. I love it. Okay, so let me get to Ray just sent me from my couch tonight. My couch tonight. Oh no, it's too dark. Can't see that. There's nothing in there. It's beautiful, but I can't see it. Moon hitting the bay. Oh, there, it's beautiful. Look at that. Moon hitting the bay in the west of Ireland. What could be more beautiful? Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. 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 Yeah. Beautiful. Yep. Thanks, guys. Thanks for that. Teen says, yeah, custom job for half the price. That's for sure. I like those Ed Whites, but oh man, Shevitz. I would much rather go get the first Omega in space. It's like the best of both worlds. Now you can get the 361 in steel. I mean that. You can get it in white gold. It's just too much, too many choices. And I've told this to Reynold in my dreams. Too many choices. Pare it down. Pare it down. Pare it down. Pare it down. Thanks, everybody. Great show, says Eric B. Thanks, everyone. Everybody, thanks so much for coming and cheering me up a little bit. We have probably a bad night ahead of us and an even worse day tomorrow. I just pray that things go better. And I have faith. I have faith in miracles. I believe in miracles. Andrew Wolkowicz, Mike Callan, Gabri, James M, Carolyn Martin. Thank you guys very much for the super chats. Incredibly above and beyond. Thank you for cheering me up with your beautiful photographs of your beautiful kitties and your dogs and your watches and all the stuff that makes us the greatest team on YouTube. This, the Bashers, the Bashtardos, the Basheristi, you guys are the greatest YouTube community that there are. And I'm just so grateful that I'm your host. I am so incredibly grateful. Thank you so much for being the best thing that's ever happened to me in the last year. I'm grateful. I am planning on the anniversary show. I did start it. Of course, things are going to get, I hope nothing terrible like that gets in my way, like they said, but it's coming. It's coming soon. We will be doing the anniversary show with a couple of giveaways. I'll let you know when that happens. I also don't know whether or not there will be a show tomorrow, depending on what happens tomorrow. I will also let you know. I will put up a thumbnail and I will say yay or nay, just letting you know ahead of time. Thank you all so much. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for all the love for Jewel. We love her. We need her. She can't go anywhere. She just can't. So much to do. So much life for her to enjoy, so many places to travel to, so many great. I wrote her this birthday song for her birthday. It's kind of like a Beatlesy, Monkeysy thing. And one of the lines was she likes a book to read. She likes a book for reading and 5-star hotels for sleeping. And that sums her up. She loves a great book and she loves a great hotel. And that's two things Jewel and I share in the biggest way. We love reading and I love cunty hotels, man. And she's the one that got me hooked on it. So thanks, everybody. Thanks, Ginge. Thanks, Melly C. Thanks, Jocelyn. Thanks, Fawn. Thanks, Dean. Thanks, Carrie. Thanks, all of you, so much for your beautiful thoughts and comments. And I'll let you know about tomorrow. Until then, go in peace to love and serve the Bash. Remember to hold the door open. Remember to say please and thank you. And remember, if you encounter somebody who is unkind, give them the benefit of the doubt. Unless they're a bad person, like the person I was talking about, and they're just a cunt.